And that shit restarted. It was up though.
From the gun, Jones. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Jones. Completes it to Miller. And he's brought down, but not.
Damn, that's a fumble.
Just the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Mm.
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 20-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take it, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
Ooh. Yeah, I saw that bitch.
It's a big play there as he is.
Man, come on with that bullshit.
Final act of this 1st quarter. No score after 1.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't even dive. Shit. Man just tried me to the fucking max.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are 1st.
Damn, more my bad, bro. Fuck.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Feel like Fighting is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light food. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is proven refreshing next generation of light. Feel like Fighting raise the bar.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to...
With a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off play action. Jones. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there. He showed it off.
Man, this shit count, boy.
Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the team.
This shit count, man.
7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Yeah, what it was, what it was, man. That shit count. And Wade got beat by him.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback.
Oh,
Give them maybe a
really, 52? Really?
Previous big gainer. And again, they'll go right back to the fullback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
After playing like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
He does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
Good motherfucking hit.
Bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught as Chris Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go
Tell that shit again. Roasting the fuck out of that nigga.
The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Oh.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Wide open.
They find some open field here. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Escaping the pressure.
Oh!
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Man, it's some bullshit, man. That nigga sacked.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Jones to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Slant route to Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Oh, yeah.
Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1. So we come upon halftime.
Boy, you would have got that motherfucking fumble or you would have got that safety.
As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gott.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the World Medal Hockey winning coach Herb Brooks. Throw the ball. They had success doing it.
Hey, they shitting me, though, for real. I done got them lit up and everything. But I ain't animated. They wouldn't even let me catch a peek.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah, see what they on.
To throw again.
They shit you on. Come on now. Come on now.
Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Going deep this time for Miller.
Springs, let's go.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The deep.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Man.
It's going to wind up incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
We'll flip it. All right. You know what time it is.
This great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's
Go back.
down.
Go back.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football.
All right.
There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5
My bad, Watson. My bad, Watson. My bad.
Those 5 DBs out there, you want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Meanwhile, Jones throw on target to Godwin here. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Good pressure.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man complete to Miller. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Back to throw, Jones.
Man.
Man is Godwin. It's complete.
Fuck no.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones.
Thank you.
My goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession
Now
here.
calm down. Go ahead and end this nigga.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his
I like that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Oh, that's right.
On the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did.
My shit was the same way.
And a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. And now he's
Man, the fuck!
Hall of Famer and Larry Zonka.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Third down, here's McCaffrey.
This nigga here started step, stupid ass nigga.
Right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him.
Yeah, what it is.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Before they can get the whistles, as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Thank you.
Interception. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of the time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. Pretty fragile. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this pass broken up.
Damn, fuck out of here, man. Why you ain't catch that? You got double me and all that shit, stupid.
Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football.
Yeah.
And they have the football at the 24-yard line.
I zero rooting interest in it.
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. Right? They were sensing down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Man, what's up with these niggas coming up like this, man?
loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Pantry again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Fuck!
Gonzalez is
I'm good.
And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some conversation.
It happens. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Jones now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let
Let's go! Oh, Corey. Corey. Corey.
I like the thought process.
You got the pick there.
Sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Fuck.
Taken in by Gallup. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that
CMC. Run that ball. CMC.
They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. The sack on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I was. I definitely was. But as as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
He'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
I love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
Bravo.
Really counting on that offensive
Stop playing. This shit over.
Taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't.
And he can't get a throw.
Bravo.
Taken down.
It's over, bro. Hang it up. Sack. Go ahead and get you a sack or whatever you need to do. Get you some stacks. This shit is over, boy.
Watson having his arsenal. And Marshall's got him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Boy. Man, in his Cap Nation.
About, hey, we can seal this bad.
Won't beat me over the top. Not once.
And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Not once.
And this is going to wind up with safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out. Now that's
already,
the kind
brother.
of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. But Charles, a one-score.
So what? Who wanna touch? Who wanna rough me up? Nobody. My head is ready to bust. Kicking the door when I come in the cut. Who wanna touch? Who wanna rough me up? Nobody. My head is ready to bust. Do what I do and I say what I want. Yeah, mommy, your kid in the magazine, I had a stack on my jacket at Grammy. We see the audacity. I was a bad kid, bad city. You see the duality. Who tryna battle me, huh? Kidders is after me, hit at me, deputy. Who wanna fuck me up? Fatality really is up. Undoubtedly. Baby gon' touch the bucks. My salary double. Your baby daddy made me triple. I'm trying to keep the tax on the pick and I hustle. In the huddle, in the gravel and rubber.
Right here. Will they be forced to tweet an outrageous, embarrassing lie that I have made up personally for them? So I think